Welcome to the 43rd Regiment of Foot and 2nd Pennsylvania's how-to video on the Prussian tuck cartridge, so called because of this tap that folds into the cartridge paper. Now first and foremost, you need some good cartridge paper. We use this newsprint. I've included a link to it in the description below. You need paper that is rigid enough to take shape, but soft enough to bite through or tear. Generally, anything with recycled paper is a good bet, like this notepad or even a kid's coloring book. So let's take stock of what we need. We need cartridge paper, black powder, a wooden dowel, a powder measure, a powder flask, and a bowl to catch extra powder. This is a 5/8 dowel, it's 6 inches long, and I've made a mark that I'll explain later. It has a carved indent on one end to allow the cartridge to be twisted shut. Next, we have our brass powder measure that goes up to 120 grains, fully extended as I have it here, and this is what the 43rd fills their cartridges up to. And finally, we have our brass powder flask that has a spring-loaded opening that allows you to pour your powder in from your main can into this container before pouring it into your powder measure. Alright, so let's take our cartridge paper. We've cut down those big sheets to 5 inches wide, 8 inches long, with 2-inch marks on either end of this piece of paper. We're then going to cut between those 2-inch marks along the dotted diagonal line. Now let's get to rolling. We're going to take the wooden dowel with the indented side pointed to our left, and we're going to roll that paper tightly against that wooden dowel. This is important because we don't want to let any of that powder escape. I mean, come on, my Woodstock guys, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to roll all the way until we hit that tip, and there we have the paper tightly wound against the dowel. Next, you're going to want to pull that paper a little bit to the left of the indented side, about a finger's width from the wood. As you see here, I can push the paper down and twist it using just my thumb. And you want to twist into that indentation, not fold, so that powder can't escape. Next, you're going to press it onto a hard surface to keep that rigid form, and then you can easily pull it off and you have a tube. No need to buy one. Now the dirty part of the job. We're going to take our powder measure, extend it to 120 grains, fill that up with powder with the powder flask over a bowl just in case you spill, as I do here. Then we're going to take that powder measure and pour it right into that tube we've just made. Nearly done. We now take the cartridge and we find that diagonal line that runs along the body of it. Find about the halfway mark where the angled line makes up a corner of it. Pinch it right in the center of the cartridge just above the black powder. Pull up on either side, flattening it. Fold it down. There you have a little bit of black powder origami. Back up, fold either side of the tab, like so. Then we're going to take that tab and we're going to fold it down into the angular part of the cartridge paper. Just like that. Pinch it shut, make sure it stays in. And there you have it. There's your cartridge. Now you just got to do it 30 odd more times. As for the tab, some people flip it up when they're firing. They'd like to tear it off with their teeth there. But for me, honestly, I just tear right through the top of it with my teeth. Very easy with that paper, as you can see here. And there you go. There's your powder, all set. Stay tuned for more 43rd and 2nd PA instructional videos. God save the King.